That's amazing how like food can do that to you. It just like brings back like, oh my god, I'm a kid again. Something you kind of forgot, or that feeling. It's like, oh, what was your childhood like? Here you go. What's this? Today started off like a normal Sunday. I went for a run. Then after we went to Filipino market. We are going to Bahay natin. I swear to God, I'm Filipino. And the moment we walked in, you and I were just like little kids in a candy store. Jutron. Make some spaghetti.
Dude, we can make some halo halo. Oh, they got the datu.
You know, show me how you make your pancit. And then after, we stopped by the farmer's market, right? We got the eggs for the Longsilog, and you and I made breakfast. After we had our treats, empanada and hopia. So, one of the recipes that I wanted to make, because you said something that reminds me of home or like a family thing, was making polvoron with my grandma. And, one second. I'm so happy there's no raisins in here.
What are we making today?
We are making Longsilog and polvoron for dessert. Longsilog is a basic Filipino breakfast, and it's up there, my favorite Filipino dish. It just reminds me of home, and it's so comforting for me to eat.
Longanisa. When you just fry the rice with oil and garlic, that's sinina. And then itlog is egg.
The egg, yeah.
So they just put it together. Longanisa, sinina, itlog, Longsilog.
You learn things every day here. So we got the Longanisa, which I defrosted in hot water, and then we're gonna just saute this in the pan, and yeah, we're gonna cook this up with garlic, and then the best part is fry it with an egg. Ooh, can't forget the vinegar.
This is the sausawan, which is rice wine vinegar, and we're gonna add some garlic and some chili to just spice it up, and we'll use this to eat with the Longsilog and also dip some of our little snack we have here, which is this chicharon. Do you have patis?
What kind of Filipino do you think I am?
Alright, I couldn't help myself. I had to add a little bit of this fish sauce. Trying to be good, because if there were 2 bags, I would eat 2 bags.
Both of them, I know. Hear that crackle? It's like a pop rock. It's so good. Oh my god. I haven't done that in so long.
I know, it just reminds me of home so much.
When someone looks at me, they just think like,
Mexican.
Yeah, or Latina, you know? And some, I'll get like other mixes or like half or whatever, but like that's standard. And then my last name is just a dead giveaway. It's like, oh, she's definitely a Latina. But then when you get to know me, like culturally, like especially with when other Filipinos meet me, they're like, there's no way she's full Filipino, no way. And then they get to know me and they're like, oh, you're 100%. Like culturally, like I totally know the same upbringing that you all had. What defines Filipino? Like Filipino is still a mixture of like, you know, other countries coming through. And
it is so minor though, because like they say penguins have more genetic diversity than people. You know, but like penguins, they all look like they're wearing tuxedo.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, they all look the same.
They all look the same. I guess up to them, they probably look very different.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're just not that different. We're just more aware and more sensitive to what our differences are.
Yeah.
Because we make a big deal about it.
Right.
Do you think we need to cut the links?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know if this is kind of the blind leading the blind. Usually our moms or aunties are doing this for us. So Longanisa, for most Filipino, there are different kinds of Longanisa depending on what regions you go to. But the most prevalent one are these sweet sausages.
Yeah.
So, they turn really bright red. They have a sweet flavor. And you'll see when we render out the fat and some of the spices and stuff will start to come out of the sausage. And it makes this kind of caramelized sauce on the outside.
Part.
What's your car's name?
Bianca.
Why is that named Bianca?
So when I saw her, I first originally wanted to name her Boba, but then she was a little too sexy to be named Boba, so I thought of Bianca. It's just very me. I don't know. I've always kind of been a truck girl, and living by the beach, and I camp, so it holds a lot, and I love how big she is. I love the black on black, and I love that, like, if any time a car comes close to me, that car will probably get hurt before my car will get hurt. It's my like outdoorsy, active life, very much so.
So what are we doing next?
Fried rice time. This part's easy.
Lots of garlic. Does it taste like home?
No, about to find out. Half
How
time.
was it?
Oh, so good. I'm busog, which means I'm full. But I gotta finish my rice. Because I was raised that way, not wasting your food. So this is why I overeat and why I should like cut it in half, but I can't.
I'm gonna have another Longanisa. Oh, no more. That's how the cycle happens. I finish my rice, and then a Longanisa, and then I put more rice on. Then there's more rice. Then
And it's just never ending. Yeah. You can't ever get that equal proportion. You know?
Then you have an auntie that's like, oh, did you not eat?
I know, eat more, eat more. My grandma, when she had her bake shop, we called it Cielo Secrets. And so there's little family hidden secrets in there, and I cannot share that with you at all today. I'm sorry. My family would probably disown me. Cielo is my grandmother's name, and these were her secrets. So like, and she's there on my arm because I always carry her with me. So we are toasting the flour in the wok, and this part probably takes the longest. We have to watch it so it doesn't burn. We're gonna toast this for about 30 minutes. Start making our little cookie crumble here.
Yeah, it's starting to turn a little bit like tan in certain places.
The powdered milk. Ooh, we're gonna get fat today. We're gonna add the butter and mix it together. When I was doing yoga in the rain yesterday, I was like looking at the stand and it was like this. I was like, this looks like Polvoron. And then that's when I got inspired. So my grandma had 9 children and then 19 grandchildren. And so she would make the Polvoron mix and all the kids would sit at the table and we would all have our little Polvoron molds and sit at the table and you pack it all together and you shape it, and that was like the best part. And it's perfect because she would make a big batch for this and all the grandchildren just sit there and mold the Polvoron and sometimes sneak bites or purposely make it ugly so we can eat it and then continue making Polvoron.
I was actually pretty excited when you guys mentioned Polvoron because I used to make this with my mom too. So
Yeah.
when you first told me, I actually asked my mom right away, I was like, do you have the Polvoron?
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Did she have it?
Yeah, she had them.
You're gonna eat it. You tell me.
I put the whole thing in my mouth so it got stuck to the roof.
Oh.
And when I licked it off, then I was like, oh.
You get all the flavors. Yeah. It's like that nutty, buttery taste. Ooh, I really haven't tasted that since I was a kid. And so one group of the kids would be, you know, molding and shaping, and then there'd be another group with like the tissue paper and cutting them and then wrapping. And then we all have our stations and have a little assembly line and making Christmas presents or treats. That is so good. It tastes just like hers. I mean, it was her recipe, but man, that's amazing how like food can do that to you, you know? Like, it just like brings back like, oh my God, I'm a kid again. Something you could have kind of forgot, or that feeling. It's like, oh, what was your childhood like? Here you go. What's this? It's so good. Woo! We did it! Grandma did it! Lola, on the other hand, she is by far the best cook I've ever seen. My grandma, on the other hand, whose recipe we're making today with the polvoron, she was the baker, which I'm choosing to do baking instead of cooking. And
so wait, when you say grandma, that's your mom or your dad's side?
my grandma is my dad's mom, and my Lola is my mom's mom.
Okay.
And my Lola, it makes me sad, like, to realize that I didn't spend much time in the kitchen with her. Like I was talking about with the languages, and there's a slight language barrier. Of course she spoke English, but not in the sense for us to, like, have a conversation like this, you know? Or maybe I just never tried, which makes me sad, because I just assumed what could we talk about? But I mean, if anything, like, food would have been our language.
This is the color we're going for here.
Extra crispy.